Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout that I made with those page kits that I got ready for when I went to the crop. I put together 30 page kits and ended up doing 21 completed layouts while I was at the crop. This was another page kit that I had put together, and as you can tell, there is a ton of scraps. And I have quite a few sort of go-to layouts that I have when I go to crops. And just by changing how you place the photos, the embellishments, the layouts look completely different. So one of the layouts that I like to do is to cut up some squares. Now in this case, I cut up 4 at 5 by 5. Now, what I mean by changing it up is sometimes I'll cut my photos so that they fit right inside those squares, and you can put up to 4 photos. Or in this case, I'm just going to put 2 4 by 6 and I'm going to scatter them, one sort of at the bottom left of the layout and the other one at the top right, or vice versa. So just by changing how I place my photos on that 4 pattern background changes the look of the layout. Now, some of these papers are some of my favorite pattern papers of all time. It was the This and That collection by Echo Park. I think it's like 2011 or 2012. At the time I had bought that collection, I think 2 or 3 of the same collection, and all I have left now is literally scraps of pattern. And whenever I can, place it on a layout, I still use it because it's still some of my favorite pattern papers, 8 or 9 years later. I ended up matting the 4 pieces of pattern paper on some brown cardstock, leaving about 1/8 of an inch in between the pattern papers. And then my background is a craft background, and I really like how it pops, makes everything pop on the layout. Then I just went into the embellishments that I had put with this page kit. I really like that big word beautiful, and that's going to be the title of my layout. And then I had these huge embellishments, and I find huge embellishments sometimes really hard to place on a layout because they do take quite a bit of room. But because I had divided these into 4, it left me quite a big space on the bottom right, and it's going to give me the perfect place to put a huge flower as my embellishment foundation. I'm not going to bother rematting my photos. I find that they stand out okay on these pattern papers, so I'm just going to glue them right down on those patterns, and then I'm going to start gluing down my embellishment clusters. So this was the first island that we stopped at on our cruise. It was Curacao, and when we first got off the ship, you walk off the ship and then you start coming to where the little city is, but there's this stone, almost like castle, or almost like a fort, and then you can go up in the fort and then you see Curacao in the background. It's absolutely beautiful. And we ended up walking, and then there's a little bridge that you walk over, and then you're in Curacao, and that's actually where we found, as soon as we got off the bridge, that's actually where we found our taxi driver. That was amazing. That ended up giving us our tour at the distillery. And it was just so beautiful, and just being the first island that we stopped at, it was amazing, and we absolutely loved it. One of the things that I love the most is how vibrant and colorful all the buildings are. So beautiful as a title totally works for this page. Now I am going to take out my distress ink in a dark brown, and I'm going to ink the edges of all the embellishments so that they pop off the background, because my embellishments are yellow and my pattern papers are yellow. So I want to make sure that you can actually see them on the background. Now, you can tell that the background of these videos are different, and it's because I am at the crop. I did end up bringing a new tripod that I bought, and I'm going to have it linked in the description box below. It just you can hook it on any side of tables, and I think it was $12, and it works really well, to take to a crop like that. It wounds up, like you can curl it, and it fits in a nice little box, so it's easy to take along with you to a crop. Instead of my other tripod that it's massive and it takes a lot of room. So it ended up working really well, and that's why you don't get the whole layout, because it doesn't go up as high as my other tripod. But I found for an on-the-go tripod, it's really a good tripod. So I'll have that link down below if you're looking for a tripod that you would love to take along with you, because it's a great way, if you have a YouTube channel, it's a great way if you're going to a crop to get a ton of videos, a ton of content done for your channel. I end up doing 3 or 4 embellishment cluster on this layout, one at the very bottom right of the layout, one next to my title. I like adding embellishment clusters close to my title, and I found that in the center of the layout was a perfect place to add another little embellishment cluster. And one of the embellishments I had palm trees all over it, so I found that it was the perfect embellishment that I had put with this page kit. And then there was a little airplane too, and I thought, to get to Curacao, I didn't have to take a plane, but to get to my ship, I did have to take a plane. So it fit the context pretty good. So while I'm putting the rest of the embellishment clusters together, I just want to talk about something that's happening on my channel right now. So today, May 23rd, is my birthday. Woot woot! I am turning 53 today. And you know what? You only feel as old as you feel, and I feel young. But I want to celebrate turning 53. So what I'm doing is on my website, and there's a link in every single video. If you look down in the description box below, it says a link to my classes. So if you click on that, starting today at noon, I'm going to have a 53% off sale on all my classes, and it's going to last for 53 hours. So I think that brings it up till Saturday at 5 p.m. So that's easy to remember, 53% for 53 hours. So it's going to end Saturday afternoon. So if you're interested, click on the link down below. And also I'm going to have some giveaways, and it's going to stay open for an hour. And that should be up on my channel sometime this afternoon, and that's going to be open for a week. I have a prize that's going to be for Canadians only, because it is something that Catherine from Crop and Create gave to me to do a giveaway on my channel. And then I'll have a giveaway that's open to everyone. And then I'm also going to give away some free classes. So stay tuned for that. The giveaways are going to be this afternoon. But by the time this video goes up, the classes will be on sale for 53% off. Another thing that's happening on my channel this week is I'm having a video a day until, I think the last video I said Sunday, but then Monday I start with my, my regular Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I guess it's a video a day until Monday. One of the things that I really love about making page kits is I always put a ton of embellishments in each of the page kits. And then when I start putting my embellishments together, one of my objectives is always to use as many of the embellishments as I possibly can. And then that way, one thing that it does, I keep adding more and more embellishments. And by the end of it, I have nice and full embellishment clusters, and I find that makes it a whole lot easier for me because I have all these embellishments already picked out. I find that if I'm doing a layout and I have to go through, sticker sheets and all this stuff, my embellishments won't be as full, and they won't look as complete. So as you can tell with that big flower, I then added, the explore, and then I added a word over top. I added a couple of hearts, and then I had this doily that was left. It was a sticker doily, and then I stuck it in behind that flower, and it just completes that embellishment cluster. It makes it fuller. The only thing left to do for this page is to add some mist in a dark brown and add some enamel dots, and also a bit of journaling. And again, when I go to a crop, I make sure to do my journaling ahead of time, and then all I have to do is just copy it onto my layout. And that's it. That's going to complete this layout. And just a reminder, my birthday sale, 53% off all classes for 53 hours, starts right now. And just to let you know that the sale price will be applied at checkout. So when you add it in your cart, it won't be there right away, but when you go to checkout, it'll be there. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.